pose that question to Levi? I'm only on the...
yeah, he's right here.
Okay. Levi, if I could pose that question to you, just how you kind of handle, in a way, kind of coming in under the radar in some regards. I know Jamie was the guy, and then he got hurt, and he stepped in and played well. And you know, you look at preseason, all teams, all conference teams, and recognition. And in a way, you kind of slipped under the radar a little bit. How do you like that, and how do you see that kind of helping you this year, maybe?
I do kind of like it, actually. You know, Rusty Smith and Corey Leonard have been there for, you know, they've been starting for a lot longer than I have, and so they deserve the recognition they've gotten. You know, just like the award says, I'm the newcomer. I've only started 8 games, so, you know, I don't have a problem with not being picked, you know, first or second team or any of that stuff, but at the same time, I'm going to use it as motivation. You know, I certainly, you know, hope that at the end of the year, you know, I'll be up there with them. So I'm just going to use it as motivation, and, you know, I'm not worried about any preseason selections. I don't care where we're ranked in the conference, nationally, where I'm ranked. I don't care about any of that because none of it matters right now. So we'll just have to play the season and see what happens.
I was able to talk with you last year at one point. I doubt that you remember me, but we were talking a little bit about the tradition that Larry's kind of helped establish there and how they've kind of kept things rolling. As a guy who's come into the program here recently, what have you seen that the things that are done that help keep this train rolling? Because honestly, right now, dynasties are where they can be thrown around a little bit, and outside of them, you know, North Texas a couple of years ago, I mean, these are 2 teams that have really put together strong runs, and you guys are, you know, expected to do it again this year.
I think one of the main things that I've noticed here is just the chemistry that our whole football program has. You know, it's nice knowing that your coaching staff, you know, cares. We all get along. You know, we're friends with our coaches. You know, I've been places where that wasn't really the case, where the players didn't have that type of relationship with their coaches. So I think it's great to have that type of relationship, and I think it really it relates to how you all play on the field and interact on the field. And, you know, I really have found that it's helped us win games here. So I think that's probably one of the key things that I've noticed.
Hey, guys, I appreciate your time. Looking forward to talking with you during the year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the next question comes from Brett Vito from the Denton Record Chronicle. Please proceed.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. Hey, Josh was mentioned that I was working on that story about you guys potentially having a chance to win that 4th straight and match what North Texas did a few years ago early on in the league. You talked a little bit about it and how you did it, but how do you, I mean, I know it's a difficult comparison, but how do you think what you guys have done the last 3 years compares to what North Texas did over that 4-year span early on in the league?
Well, I'll say this from the jump. It sure hasn't been easy, and there's been a lot of input from a lot of people, players, coaches, support, administration, faculty, I mean everything. And you know, you can't win and win consistently without everybody on board. And you know, I think we have the thing that Levi mentioned, that you can call it whatever you want to call it, chemistry, or you, and it's from top to bottom. Dr. Jack Hawkins Jr. and his relationship with all of us and our players and our athletic administration, and you know, we're not perfect, and we're not the richest program around, but we get along, and we're trying to, we got common cause, and as long as we all on the same page, then we got a chance. And you know, we don't any of us make the most money of anybody in the league. We're not worried about that. We like the job we got here. We like the people we're working with and we like the kids that we're coaching. And you know, that to me is going to be the difference, if there is a difference. And we may not can do what North Texas did, and you know, but we're going to sure be trying. You know, that was a pretty strong feat that they were able to do over that period of time, and following Darryl, competing against them, and you know, and actually we beat them the first year they won it, I think, here. And they were 5-5, needed to win, and it was right at, we had scheduled a game after 9/11, but it was a heck of a ball game, as most all the games that we played against North Texas during that time were close here or there. And But you know, as far as that goes, I'm not worried about records as much over a period of time as I am the record for 2009. And you know, it's a week-to-week proposition, and it's not going to happen because last year's team won the championship or previous teams won championships. It's going to happen because this team wants to win a championship, and these coaches work hard and give them good plans every week, and these guys, they got a little luck too. You know, you got to have a little luck. And you know, the conference play, number one, is something that is special to me, and I think it's special to our kids. I hope it is. Conference play is what everybody should be doing in the NCAA. One of these days, maybe conference play will determine a 1A quote playoff or whatever. But and every team in the nation that's playing Division I should be in a conference, even Notre Dame. And it would make Notre Dame better if they were in somebody's conference. But week in, week out, you got to protect the home turf. You got to go on foreign soil, and you got to win in both places. And it's different. And you probably, to win a championship, will have to overcome a loss. Every year we've won the championship, we've had to overcome a loss. And I'm not trying to set it up. I'd like to be able to win one, go straight through undefeated in the league and whatever, and bust the BCS and all that stuff. But you know, you've got to be able to take a loss and come back and win, just like we were able to do last year. We had a crushing loss on the road against Monroe, and tough loss, 1 point, missed a field goal late, and we had a loss against LSU before our last 2 home conference games. Our kids are resilient, and I think that within itself gives you a chance to win and win a conference championship, the 3rd or 4th one in a row. I don't know, but you know, that's what our goal will be. But it will be based on this year, not on trying to outdo North Texas' long-standing record.
Yeah, I guess what I'm getting at is, I mean, can you even make that comparison because of which is more impressive? Your guys' 3 in a row or their 4 because their 4 is early on and your guys, the league's improved, your 3's later. Can you even make a comparison between the two, which might be more impressive? Or?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You know, I would imagine some of those folks out there in North Texas think that was pretty impressive, and I know Darryl probably thinks so, and our Troy people probably think what we've done is a little more impressive than even that because of the evolution of the league and you know, the things that are going on now and where we're headed with the conference. And I really do. But everybody had a chance in the period of time that the conference was being dominated basically by North Texas. Everybody had the same chance as we're all having now, you know, as far as recruiting and development and league growth and competition and record and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I think everything was basically consistent along the way when North Texas was winning, and now we've won a few. And so I'm not saying that our feat is greater because we're more modern Sun Belt Conference, which supposedly is tougher. It's the equality of league that you look at, and I don't know, it'd be hard for me to compare how equal the league was when North Texas won 4 championships or how equal the league is now. I know it's pretty equal now.
Well, that's what makes it fun to debate. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yes, sir.